talk about it. One of two things was happening in that bathroom for an hour. That nigga's
God bless
nasty.
whoever went into that bathroom after him.
Had to be an unknowing, unfortunate,
An hour?
definitely, definitely unwilling. That man was in there fighting demons, Alicia. That man was in there. He
An
opened the
hour
door
is nuts. An hour, but
in a public
niggas.
bathroom, by the way.
But niggas in the gym, like niggas is all inclusive in this term in this format. So it don't matter what the race is, just a man. Niggas go into the gym and just disappear into the bathroom for at least 20 minutes before they start working out. And I just be
I mean, yeah,
so
but I feel like
I just be
I,
so confused.
if you're changing, if you're stretching, if you're doing like
No,
your,
them niggas come in and go in and come out in the same clothes.
they ain't got no
The
mirrors
bad
in that bathroom.
they probably got like the little $20 mirror that you hang on the back of the door.
Maybe they, I don't know. I don't know what
I
they're
don't
doing.
know, but
Something
gym niggas
nasty.
are gym niggas are weird. They banned on my list anyway, so it don't really matter too much. I mean, I just
Next episode, we're going down your band list.
sure.
That's two references. I just got to make sure that we all in the same accord when it comes to who's who and who's not. You know.
Hmm,
So
that'll be fun. Hmm. Well, yeah, that was pretty much it. That's all that happened so far from the weekend. But we can move on to the scroll report. The scroll report is our section of the show where we talk about what's going on in pop culture, society, politics, a little bit of everything. Just things we want to talk about that didn't happen and cause some conversation. And we want to give the opinions that nobody asked for. So first thing first, going off the list, we got here. It's a little thick, so get comfortable. Get you a little snack or something. First thing first, Teen Vogue laid off majority of its black women journalists. They fired a lot of their journalists, and this is kind of concerning. Not only because majority of them were black women, if not all, majority of them were black women, and Teen Vogue has been historically known for being more vocal in politics. So a lot of their articles have been commenting on politics and keeping people abreast and up to date. So it kind of feels like they positioned it as Teen Vogue is being more so moved further under the umbrella of Vogue and not its own separate entity, but they claiming that they still gonna hold its own identity and branding and this and that. But they say that's the reason why they were firing people. But to me, it just seems like y'all falling in line with the government. So
I definitely see that. I could also see it as one of those situations where like, um, what do they call it? Like a venture capitalist firm comes in, buys up a company, does something, screws over like half the employees that were working there by like trying to say like that we're going to cut costs or make it more efficient or streamline something, and then they
oh,
end up
hold that
cutting.
thought because we're gonna get them next.
Oh,
While we here, Paramount and BT laid off hella people.
yeah.
So
So when it comes to like another company or a merger or like some kind of venture capital firm, it's like you get one or two options these days. You either get a situation where somebody's like, "Oh, we're going to take it into a new direction, and we no longer need these jobs." So instead of you having a chance to even like do anything, it's just like my job was just completely destroyed or like obliterated. It's in limbo. My job that used to be at this company no longer exists. Or it's a situation to where like they're saying they're just going to downsize and it's for efficiency or like whatever you're doing was not a good use of the company's resources in some way. But like you said, like especially with Teen Vogue, um, a lot of the identities behind these brands and stuff were created for like by black people for black people. And then I follow Phil Lewis on Twitter, so he keeps me informed in like a lot
mm-hmm.
of different spaces. But he
I
was
follow his
actually
Substack.
Yep. So he was talking about it when it was actually happening because I remember he retweeted. I can't remember her name, but it was the last black woman at Team Vogue when they let her go. She made a
Yeah.
she made like a whole long post about it, and she was saying
I,
basically like I
yeah.
was the last black woman there. Um, and it's kind of weird because especially when you talk about falling in line with just like this modern conservatism, it's like there's a huge push from like the government and like the hierarchy specifically, and not necessarily like the people for this wave of it to happen. So like it's very weird to see a company do it because it's obviously falling in line. Like you're kissing up to uh you're you're kneeling for the king. That's the impression that it gets.
You
um
phrased it better than I was finna phrase it because I was holding my tongue. But go ahead.
I'll be holding my tongue because I don't know, like, Alicia, I'm gonna get a sponsor first, like
I ain't mad at it. I'm just saying you phrased it better than I would. I'm over
because
here fighting it.
yeah,
It's over here
my thing
fighting to
is,
get out.
what, like, my thing is, I'm not saying I'm like anti uh having like good PR, or like I'm like a super. I don't be saying anything that's like out of pocket, but I say things that are out of pocket.
No, but we
So
can be a little too radical sometimes where it be like, ah. You know, like,
yeah,
ah.
man, when people, I remember on those dating apps when they would be like, "What's your political thing?" I'd be like, "Is there like a burn it down button, or like is there like a blow everything up?" Theoretically, don't send no black trucks in my crib, bro, please. I, you never know who listening.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I think the thing about BET is, from what I've seen, like it's no black people working at BET.
Hmm.
Tyler Perry just bought BET too, right? So it's no black people working under him.
Well, Tyler Perry notorious for not hiring niggas, so
I mean, true, but you can't run BET by yourself. But it's already the Tyler Perry network. You ain't got to push. We
we ain't got
already
to
see
do
what that
nothing
is.
different. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like the thing about BET is so much. It's just it sucks, especially because I remember the good of BET. You know,
Hmm.
when it was at its prime, when it was at its peak, when the BET Awards were good to watch. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like we've slowly been seeing over the years how it's just been deteriorating. And
Hmm.
no shade, fuck that. Y'all know how I feel about Tyler Perry. And well, maybe y'all don't. This is new. Y'all just meet me. But
Yeah.
however, like Tyler Perry just he don't really he do good for black people
Do he?
and
Do
in
we have to keep
retrospect
saying that?
for his
Oh,
opportunity
okay.
and for the opportunities that he present. Now whether these opportunities are good or not is debatable, but still, you know, I just feel like it's just sad to see. It's disappointing to see, especially as a black person who works in media and strives to be in media more. You
You
know,
know,
like these are the opportunities that people idolize. Like we look up to these because we saw us there, and to see us being removed and erased and just is like, what now?
and even when you talk about like with Tyler Perry taking over and people just not really pouring back into the medium itself, I think about like how MTV used to actually
Hmm.
like stream top songs and top music videos all day.
Didn't that just
Like
close? Didn't that just like go off air?
I don't I don't is it MTV? I know they shut down Ridiculousness, and that was
Well,
like
shit, that's MTV.
I was saying that was MTV.
that, that
So
might be that's MTV.
but even then, it's like for so long, BET's been running either Tyler Perry shows or reruns. We haven't really seen like, even from the award shows, there's been nothing about pouring into it in terms of investment or doing something new or like new IPs. Same thing for MTV.
They
Same thing for
didn't they
even
just get a new? They got a new somebody. They got a new somebody in position because they scaled back on the Soul Train Awards, the NAACP Awards, the Hip Hop Awards. Like they said, they cut all of it out. I don't remember who else just got in position, but they hired another like higher up. I don't know if it was. It's somebody in a high position. So I'm not sure, but they cut all that back
venture
because they.
capital coming in to talk about this is a waste of money. We don't need this. Blah 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 blah, and then you lose recipes.
I mean, as far as the cutting and reward shows, I'm not really mad at that because it's like go back to the BT Awards only and make that great because it's been sucking. This past year, I heard it was good. I ain't watch it, but
I'm not a
Mm,
fan of like. Well, I understand because it's no longer where it's at. It has to start at something again. So
I
my
just
biggest gripe with it is like it used to be like the celebrity event for our community. Like niggas would go to like okay, like you're gonna see like the top of the top celebrities at the Grammys, the Oscars, whatever. But you're gonna see our community out and about at the BET Awards. Like
yeah.
anytime they had a tribute, that tribute was gonna be crazy. They had on stage performances. Niggas was going crazy for the production. I remember one of my favorite ones was when they did like the I think it was Bow Wow and was it Bow Wow and Lil Romeo or was it Bow Wow and Chris Brown?
Mm,
I can't remember. Those two did something. I remember they had the I can't even say that. Well, it was a different time. Well, it wasn't a different time because right after he got in that fight.
mm.
We
You
just gonna
know what?
erase Chris Brown
Actually,
out the history of BET.
maybe it's not a bad thing that maybe it's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying?
Because now I think
Maybe
about it,
not.
it's a lot of Chris Brown and BET. And it's kind of hard to get
maybe
around those moments with.
maybe it's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But moving on onto some more somber news. I just wanted to talk about Marshawn Nealon. Um, very sad news this week. I think that was coming off of Kyron Lacey. I think it hits. It was gonna hit hard anyway, but I think it just similar,
Yeah,
not as far as like circumstances, but similar causes of death. And I just feel like in this case, in both cases, mental health needs to be prioritized more. I
yeah.
think, yeah,
I think like the sad thing with Marshawn Nealon is like a lot of people look at it and say like you're in the NFL. Um, that's like the highest level for like athletes
but he
that are
was
playing
grieving.
this.
He was like deep in his grief.
That's what people will look at. They'll say like, "Oh, you have so many things like going well for you that you'll be able to get through this or something." And like a lot of times, people don't focus on like the fact that you have to get through it. You know,
Yeah,
even
and it's
like
not even like the thing about grief, you never really get over it. You just got to live with it. It becomes something like that you just carry around with you. It might not be as heavy some days, but you still gonna carry it. And like for that situation with Marshawn Nealon, like he lost his mom right before he got drafted. He just had like he just scored his first touchdown. I can imagine like 2 days before he passed or something like that. It was really like close, you know? And I can imagine like you at like one of the most celebrated moments in your career, like your first, and you can't call your mom. Like I could understand how that kind of like that probably that probably made him spiral a little bit because
I
he
mean,
like
yeah,
was
it's
having an
like
episode,
yeah,
and it's like how can you and I could see like because like Dak Prescott, I saw him being like very upset and was saying like he just talked to him and he said he was fine. But I could see like how can you really express that to somebody who don't know what you're going through? It's kind of like how can I tell y'all I miss my mom? Even, like I'm just assuming that's what it was, but I could see if that's it. You know,
yeah.
it just makes me sad, man. So,
I think it's tough. I mean, just men in general don't really open up about a lot of things, and then like just trying to be there or just be vulnerable. Again, it's something that where you still have to go through it. It's like
it's
that
layers to it.
yeah.
So I think once we start unearthing the um what's it called? What's it called? What I'm trying to say? Damn, I'm losing my words. Once we start unearthing the way that men are treated when they express their feelings, the whole be a man thing, boys don't cry, this and that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Once we start like actually being for real about it, instead of just saying that, instead of just being like, men should because I've seen them when I was on Twitter, like men expressing, they need help and stuff like that, and the responses they'll get from other men and some women and being like, just toughen up, roll that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like not acknowledging it, kind of being dismissive about it. And if that's the patriarchy, that's the fucking word. The patriarchy that's ingrained in society, and like we start accepting that a man can express his feelings, like, you know what I'm saying, like once we make that a norm instead of just saying it, I think we'll start seeing less of like these kind of situations. Possibly, that's the hope. We got to get there first, though.
Yeah, that and having the right resources.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I just wanted to mention that and bring it up. I didn't want to ignore it. Moving on though, we're gonna get into some, I don't know, some more somber news, I guess. What is kind of great, the election results from this past election. Shout out to everybody who voted. Fuck everybody who didn't. And the results, the Dem swept, had multiple victories across the country. Zoran Mamdani was elected New
Zoran
York governor.
Mamdani, my
New
boy.
York governor. First of all, that marketing campaign, T, you ate that. You
Mhm.
ate that down, sir. I love that. I love how you did that. But he was elected mayor. He is the first Muslim mayor. I think that's dope. He's an immigrant. I think that's dope with the way that society is looking politically and the way that things are going. I think it's a big fuck you to them.
Yeah.
So
Um, one of the reasons I really like Zoran is because he's like very different from just our normal political space. From
hmm
a conservative standpoint, I mean, he's very fuck you, but also from a democratic standpoint, at least ever since the Obama era, the Democratic Party has been in a very like nose high, uh, like we're the reasonable guys. Like those guys, they just say a bunch of wild stuff, but like you guys want to, you know,
are we?
no, that's their pitch. That's what I'm saying. Like their whole thing has
Oh,
been like if you like normal people would think this because that's just what da 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 da. It doesn't work. When conservatives go low, they go high. That road doesn't work. When they sit up here and just
Michelle
keep
Obama
breaking the
should never
law
say.
and they don't have any kind of consequences and stuff, and niggas are like,
Mhm.
oh, that's illegal. Somebody should do something. Nobody does anything. You got somebody who's piping hot, young talent sitting up here talking about, oh, if if I see this man enter the state of New York for a UN General Assembly, he's getting locked up. Y'all niggas who not they talking about, oh, how are you gonna pay for the free groceries? How are you gonna do the reformations to transportation? I'm going to tax you niggas and collect the bills that y'all not paying. Duh. If
Yeah.
20 of y'all, they have Billionaire Row on what you call it? On what's that part? On Central Park. The
Oh.
front buildings and like the skyscrapers that surround Central Park,
Mm-hmm.
everybody who nobody lives in those because those are like super expensive, but it'll be like a couple rooms out of this like tower that are actually like leased out or rented out or whatever, and the people who own those, billionaires. So you got all these
Yeah.
people sitting up here,
Just taking up
tons and
space.
tons and tons of money, not doing shit, not paying their fair wages. So then you turn around and say, okay, if we tax the couple hundred of y'all and actually make y'all pitch in, what could the rest of New York benefit from that? You know?
Yeah.
So it's a system of accountability on both ends, and then it's also a breath of fresh air because it's realistic and it's embedded in actual like community. It's not about just like, oh, I'm gonna go to war for you guys about this, where it's like, oh, they can tell me no, I can't do anything, I gotta work with. No, 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 no. We're taking it back to the roots. It's
Mm-hmm.
everybody pitches in because
Mm-hmm.
everybody needs everybody's help. You don't want to pitch in, we got
Yeah.
that we got Rikers across the street for y'all niggas that want to do tax evasion. It's not even open, but hey, I'm gonna send y'all there. So
Yeah. The thing about I think is so interesting about this election. I don't know which one I saw it on CBS. It was either CBS or CNN, and they were saying that the state of the economy and basically the cost of living was one of the main driving points for this election and the way that people voted. So I think that says a lot about this country, and it's interesting to me. Before I move on from my Donnie, I do want to say a big fuck you to the governor of Tennessee who was on the internet talking about if you don't like the way that New York is going, you're welcome to come to Tennessee. We're open for business. Bill Lee, fuck you.
and I can't say fuck Tennessee because they ain't do nothing, but
No. Fuck Billy for that.
Yeah.
Cause why in the hell would you think somebody want to leave New York to come to Tennessee? No
Nah,
shade to Tennessee.
that was for Morgan Wallen talking about "Take Me to God's Country." That's what he was
Fuck
talking
him
about.
too.
That's what
Shit,
he. That was that. I figured it out. The connection. They was talking to each other. Niggas was in the group chats talking about yeah. This is God's
man.
country.
Fuck Morgan
Man,
Wallen too. I do like that song Whiskey Whiskey Money in the Bag Yo, but fuck him too. But
I ain't even. They both
that
corny, but
song
I ain't even heard a Morgan Wallen song.
it's Money Bag Yo song. Moving on.
Like,
California's redistricting ballot measure combating the GOP passed. I think that's interesting because of the way that the GOP is actively trying to redistrict the states
mm-hmm.
to strong arm the elections and strong arm and suppress black voting in the way that voting is done so far in this country. What more do y'all want, man? Like
Slavery.
y'all all
They
pretty much.
that's why they was bringing back the factories. Hold on. The kufi coming out and it's tinfoil this time. They was bringing back the fact. Y'all didn't even read Project 2025, so it really sounded like I got a kufi on. But if you read the documents, this is what they was laying out. They brought back the factories because they said we want niggas to sit up here and you remember when they had the children up there in the coal mines and shit, niggas 9 years old talking about four. Okay, so they want to go back to that. They evaporating, not destroying, not eliminating. They are
Alligator
evaporating
Alcatraz.
jobs out of. Come on now, come on now. Rounding up niggas, they ramping up the budgets for police and all these other people, and doing all these different kind of riot trainings in cop cities because when everything deteriorates, they're going to criminalize it. They're going to say, okay,
Bringing the task forces in cities. Why the task force in Memphis right now? And been in Memphis for over a month. Coming across different
why'd
cities.
you have why we sending the what do you call the National Guard from Texas to Chicago? Why is the National Guard in Chicago? Why we got
You know what I'm saying? Like,
why we
come
got
on, man.
we got immigration? Keep in mind, you talking about securing the borders in
Heavy on fuck
Chicago.
ice. Heavy on fuck
Always,
ice.
always.
You
Hey,
know?
hey,
Hey,
if you
you
need
know
me
what
to
I'm
say it
saying?
again, look, we'll triple double any time of the day, any day of the week, any week of the month. Listen,
Stand on it.
I get a
You know?
tattoo like a
Yeah.
Wakanda.
Go too far.
I get the little lip
Lost me.
tat.
You lost me there. But yeah, I just think shout out to California man for trying to do their best to combat what
Nah,
they trying to do.
definitely shout out
Um,
California. And I think that also goes back to early when I said like a lot of times Democrats are very passive when a lot of things happen, especially like legislation, and they're basically getting fucked over.
yeah,
And this is the first time I remember for a while where it's like a direct combat. Like, if you want to play this game, we can play this game.
we can
Like,
play.
let's go
And
tit
this
for
is
tat
what we've been waiting on. You know what
for
I'm saying?
so
This is what
long,
we've been
for
waiting
so
on.
long.
Cause it's like y'all are literally bowing down to these people and just letting them win when you know you could do more. And it's like I don't know the ins and outs of everything in the political form and every branch of the government. I know the basics. I know what was taught in school, plus a little bit more. You know they ain't teach us shit
Well,
for
shit,
real.
a lot of these politicians don't know the ins and outs either. So
Well, especially not the one in the head seat. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta
So
watch. I gotta watch every time I turn on these fucking Senate meetings. I gotta listen to MTG smack a gavel over and over again.
hold that, cause we're gonna get to that in a second. Um, Mississippi, you know how bad it gotta be for Mississippi Senate to end its supermajority of Republicans to get Dems.
Mississippi, Mississippi is deep south with no big cities. That's the thing about the South. If you don't live here, the only places that you really gonna find like those blue kind of like societies and anything is around big cities because that's I mean it is more
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
small towns around here is not the vibe. But when you go to some place that don't have no big cities and you in the deep south and it's sitting up here and you just like compounding years and years and years of like deep seated political agendas, it's I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, before we get too deep in that, so people can know what I'm talking about. In this recent election, Mississippi Dems broke the GOP supermajority in the state Senate by flipping two seats in the Senate House, and a in the Senate and a House seat. Republicans have held this supermajority since 2011. So that shows y'all how serious it is. That the fact that Mississippi, Missa motherfucking M.I. cricket letter,
Mm,
Sippy. You know
mm.
what I'm saying? Then been held down Republicans since 2011, and they flipped. Now we'll say I saw who them candidates was, and it was two black men and a woman, and I know how black men get in places of power. I hope that y'all is down for the niggas.
Tyler Perry.
I hope y'all is down. Please don't. If y'all embarrass me after I done amped y'all up on this podcast, I promise niggas on the sound of my voice will never forget. I will talk about y'all like a dog. Do not be on this. Do not be in this bitch cooning.
Y'all should hear how she talks about W.E.B. Du Bois.
Fuck him. Do not
Like,
be on this bitch cooning. I will be so pissed off. Okay, but moving on. We gotta talk about this snap situation and Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson. Man, you
mm.
know anything about that?
I know the snap situation. Fill me in
Okay,
on. Yeah,
Ketanji.
yeah.
Okay, so you know that the judge,
I know they extended
The
the.
Trump administration was ordered to pay
Yeah.
SNAP. They were ordered to reach into their purse, their
Hmm.
reserve fund, and pay SNAP.
I
Pay the
heard
money. Yeah,
that
they
the
were
money
supposed.
is missing.
Well, I did hear that, but before we, I heard a little bit about. I don't know a little bit about that. I can tell
Yeah.
you what I
Okay.
know. I don't know all
Okay.
that
Yeah.
shit now.
Yeah. That's
I
why I was
did
like,
hear that.
I heard
I
from a
heard
nigga down the way.
I heard from a friend of a friend.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I did hear that. I don't know nothing about. I don't know nothing about their lifestyle. I don't know nothing about that. I do know that the Trump administration was ordered to reach into that purse of the reserve funds and to the contingency funds to give the money to the USDA to disperse the SNAP budget fully.
Hmm.
So the citizens of the United States, which is one in the 8 Americans
Hmm.
that benefit from SNAP, can get their resources. Okay, so Trump was like, well, I ain't gonna say him specifically. The administration was like,
Administration.
I
Yeah.
I give you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to pay half, and they were like, actually, no, we're gonna pay all. So what happened was they were ordered to pay full by Friday, the November 7th. They put in an appeal. The Trump administration put in an appeal to Rhode Island and was basically like they wanted them to halt it so they wanted them to halt this order to pursue it longer. So people were mad at Judge Katanji, which I'm gonna get to how she gets into this in a minute. Well, I can get to it how she get it now. So he put an order out he put an appeal out to halt it. It sent it to Rhode Island. Justice Katanji Brown Jackson, I will put some respect on the lady name. She got into it because, of course, she's on the Supreme Court, right? She's a justice. When they sent that appeal in, it's supposed to go to the first court. That's the Justice of Appeals. The first court is made up of the judges in 6 states. So that's um, Massachusetts, Rhode Island. Let me, yeah, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, the Puerto Rico, and I'm missing some states, but it's 6 states in total.
Hmm.
Okay, so yeah, it's 6 states in total, and when the Trump administration did the appeal to kind of halt it and prolong it, it went to first court, but they didn't respond in time. And so with that, they went to Justice Jackson because she is on the emergency part. So she was supposed to get it. Once it went to her, she basically halted it because she was like, need some more time. And everybody was mad because of the way that it was presented through social media. It was like she's stopping everybody from getting their money. I'm so sorry to break it to these people. Y'all wasn't gonna get that money on Friday anyway.
If they
Sorry.
had to go to the emergency judge after the main court didn't get it, I mean, that's the thing. It's going to fall on her, right? They're going to say, "Oh,
It falls on
Justice
her.
Katanji is going to be the reason why it doesn't get backed up," but not because that the niggas wanted to appeal, and they probably put this appeal in last second too, because they sitting up here.
Yeah.
They're not trying to do all this stuff to give people an ample enough time to argue against them.
Yeah. So when it went to her, she basically paused it and was like, it got to go back to the first court. Her doing that was a power move. And I'm going to tell you why. The six judges that are appointed on the first court, they were all appointed, all except one was appointed by the Biden administration. The other one was appointed by Obama, the
Mm,
Obama administration. Okay, so these judges are judges that we think they got sense. You know what I'm saying? So
hmm best case scenario. This is the
you know what I'm
best thing we
saying?
could hope for right now.
Yeah. And so they went to them because they was like, actually, let's look into this some more. And so that was a power move. And then I saw this morning that they just approved it and was like, actually, y'all need to pay these people. You know what I'm saying? Disperse these funds. Go reach into that purse. So people are supposed to be getting their funds as soon as possible. It still might be some issues. I do want to say this though. Although the government is shut down and it is affecting SNAP and everything like that, and people haven't been getting their SNAP because of the government shutdown, y'all also have not been getting y'all SNAP because the state you are in can disperse these funds. They're just choosing not to. I'm looking at you, Sarah Huckabee, governor of Arkansas. Fuck you, because you could have been dispersing these funds to these people.
Yo,
Y'all are playing like y'all don't care about your citizens for real. You just want these positions to say you have them to make these power plays to go in favor of what you want. That is not the role of somebody who is in who is in a place of power. That you're supposed to be for the people. But y'all are saying fuck the people, and that is why y'all finna be looking crazy come these next elections. That's why everybody who be like, I don't vote or I only vote in the big elections, I'm looking at y'all real sideways because this is the shit that matters. The governor you have in office in your state matters because that's why that could be playing a
that's
role as to why you're not getting the resources that you need. So go vote. I hope that y'all vote. If you don't vote, I don't know, go somewhere else because you are affecting the rest of the public. Like it all counts. Every vote counts for real. And I know people be like, my vote don't count. Yes, it do. All it takes is one vote to make a difference, bro. So, and then the last thing, government shutdown update. Oh man. Before I get off my soapbox a little bit. So the government shutdown, I just want to remind everybody that this is the longest shutdown in history. The shutdown before this was at 35 days, and that was when you guessed it, when Trump was last in office in 2018. um this shutdown, the Senate recently voted on a deal toward ending the shutdown. And for the people who don't know why the government shutdown is happening in the first place, the government is shut down because the Republicans and the Democrats could not get onto agreement when it comes to the budget, the government budget. That is, and the budget that they had expired like a month ago. And so they've been trying to negotiate the budget, and because they could not agree to the terms, that's why we are in a shutdown right now. And we've been in a shutdown for over a month, about a month and a half almost. So that's the reason for the shutdown. The big thing was that the Democrats were rallying for basically the budget for American the affordable health care to not be cut. That's really what's been the holdup. And people are mad at the Democrats being, and I'm speaking to you, Charlemagne, for talking about y'all lost, the Democrats lost, so just give it up. The Democrats are actively standing up for healthcare, affordable healthcare. That's Medicaid. That's, all these things that matter that people need. And the Republican Party is actively trying to cut these budgets down to nothing. And so the Democrats are actively advocating for that. However, in the most recent deal. The Senate recently voted last night that they would come to a deal to end the government shutdown. However, this deal with this, 8 Democratic senators voted basically switch sides to get the deal passed. And this is we getting closer to the shutdown ending. However, in this case, it's basically saying the Democrats, the deal, I'll do that first. The deal that they agreed upon is to basically renegotiate the budget in a month. No, sorry, I'm incorrect. They will be voting on the budget for affordable health care in about a month. They made a temporary agreement on a budget to fund the government. No, they a temporary agreed to fund the government through January 30th. So January 30th of 2026, we can be back in the same position, basically. And so, and the vote for affordable health care is going to be sometime in December. This deal is basically a big fuck you to the rest of the Democrats because they held out for so long to make a vote. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's fucked up and people are mad. I do want the government shutdown to end, but at what expense? Like if we gonna be in the same position, what was the point? And that's basically what's going on. And yeah, I think I don't know. What you think? What's your thoughts?
um, I mean, you said pretty much my thoughts. It's like you have a situation to where a lot of the things. So the Republican Party, especially like modern conservatism, works on misinformation and the fact that people don't know all the details in order to like shift
Mm-hmm.
blame. So, like you were saying earlier with uh, I forgot our like what specifically, but just like the idea of like oh with Justice Katanji, we were talking about how
Mm-hmm.
everybody thinks that it's her fault that the money's not coming out. They'll look at it
Mm-hmm.
and say like, "Oh, the Democrats should have gave up by now," or like, "You guys are the reason why we're still here." Da 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 da. But it's like
Yeah.
you guys have to look at the bigger picture. We are the only country. I want to say the only country in the world, if not, we are one of like less than like 10, where
Where
like
we have to pay for healthcare.
pay for healthcare. Like it's literally cheaper to catch a flight to an international country and get service done over there than it is here. And it's crazy when you think about that. And then the same way that they turn around and say like the majority of Americans, um, listen, let's. I'm not even gonna try to dress it up. Niggas ain't got no money. We sit up here in a recession. Niggas is broke. Niggas ain't got no jobs because it's hundreds of thousands of jobs that's been wiped off the face of the map this year alone. So if you ain't got no jobs, you ain't got no money. You can niggas could barely afford a $500 emergency before we got into this situation. And then you say you got to pay for your own health care because most of our health care is attached to what? A job. So you ain't got that. You ain't got health care. If you ain't got health care and an emergency happens, you couldn't pay 500 before, so can you do this 30K out of pocket? Can you pay that? Because you know when they put you under for surgery, it costs like 10K just for the gas to put you under.
I was just talking to my friend who's pregnant, and we was over there talking about her medical bills. Like that shit expensive.
And they just made it to where like you can make it to where your medical bills don't appear on like your credit report.
Yeah,
And but
like
like
just that's new.
but imagine niggas be having 100,000, $200,000 of debt that accrues interest because you got to pay
You
that out of
know,
pocket. So when you talk about something like affordable healthcare, it's like, especially, I mean, we live in a super individualistic society and it pisses me off, but people need this. Affordable healthcare is the closest thing we have to like just general healthcare access anyway. And even though, I don't know, if somebody like you might not use it if you already have a job and you have like some kind of service through a company, cool, but it's the baseline. Because at the end of the day, I want to make sure niggas ain't dying just to be sick just because. Or if I sit up here and I say, okay, maybe you're an entrepreneur or something and you don't have a traditional source of like healthcare coverage or something, and you need to make sure that you got at least something out in the field. You know, you're doing trades, you're doing HVAC, you got to get something going on. So it's like For people to
Like
sit up here
you get injured on the job or whatever. You ain't got health insurance. You fucked.
and your whole job is just physical labor, like you're done.
Yeah.
So
Come on, man. Like I think,
people are
and the
stupid.
healthcare is just the tip of the iceberg. It's so much other stuff that's wrapped into the
The
government
SNAP
funding.
benefits. When people are
Come
talking,
on.
yeah,
They trying to cut that too. That's included too. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like, come on, man. But shout out to the rest of the Dems who held it down.
Them
I
eight.
did see.
Listen, when you was talking before about the governors, I wanted to say this. It was two things. One, it's so funny when I think about it. The places I've lived, like all the governors are just dog shit. Arkansas, you got Texas, and
Fuck
then
you, Sarah Huckabee.
yeah,
Go ahead.
and then when I was in South Carolina, it was Nikki Haley. So I was like,
Fuck
all
Greg Abbott too.
yep, Nikki
I
Haley,
don't know
Greg
the man.
Abbott.
I don't know who.
She's
Yeah.
stupid.
Who.
She's stupid. She right with them. She right with them.
I'm not shocked, but you know what I'm saying. I ain't never lived over there. I don't know who the government over there is.
South Carolina, bro, they like bottom 10 in education, bottom bottom 10 in a lot of things. But it's one of those situations where the government, we ain't gonna get into it.
Nah.
It ain't the people's
Um.
fault, but
You know what I'm saying. But y'all, we
oh,
need to be aware.
and once these, I just want to put this out in the air. We don't gotta do it,
Mhm.
but I just want niggas to think about it when it comes time for these elections. Just ponder with me, right? Walk down this. Okay, when it comes time for these elections and the results come out, and there's a couple
Wait.
changes.
I feel you trying to pause it. I feel you trying to close out the app. Stay.
Close out what app?
Not you. I'm talking to the people because as soon as we start talking about voting
Oh,
and people and people participating in and they're
yeah,
trying to leave. They don't want to hear
nigga said, "Ooh, voting." You would think we asked a nigga to read.
that.
No. A book? Oh no! But I was just gonna say, when it comes time, and you see people start to be repositioned from their normal government jobs and come back into society, I just feel like at some point we need to understand that maybe the French got it right with how to treat politicians who aren't doing their jobs. I'm just saying that the reason why politicians serve the people is because the people had to let them know who you serve. If it's too free, if it's a green light, look, here's my thing. In my Michael Irvin voice, niggas is in your house. What are you gonna do about it? But
Yeah,
I
man.
don't know. You know,
Uh,
I'm just
you know what
thinking
I'm
out
saying?
loud. I'm thinking about
I'm
how do we
just
keep from getting back here.
yeah. Um, y'all better hope we vote in this next election. Y'all better hope we get to vote in 2028. That's all I gotta say. Anyways, on a lighter note, Big Sean and Janae Aiko allegedly broke up
Mm,
after being together for 12 years.
mm.
A 12-year relationship and a 3-year-old baby. Let me just say this loud and clear for any niggas under the sound of my voice who think they finna come over here and play in my face. You think I finna be your girlfriend for 12 years? You have lost your motherfucking mind. I just
12
want to
years a
say that.
slave. That's what I heard.
Basically,
That's what I heard.
basically, I just want to be
Yeah.
clear. I have no I sometimes I debate on if I want children or not in the first place, but I for damn sure ain't having no kids out of wedlock. Not to be even like on some Christiany tip, like you know what I'm saying. Just
Yeah.
I need them paper. I need them papers. I
Hmm.
don't care. It's about them papers more than it's about that religion and respectability politics.
Hmm.
We gonna get to that next later, but it's more about the papers. I need that security of that contract because at the end of the day, marriage is a contract,
Hmm.
and
I
niggas
just
hear
think
that
it's so dumb. I just think
niggas
it's
hear
so
marriage
dumb.
and get scared like, oh, they gonna take me for my money. First of all, if you gonna be with me, you gonna have to have something. I don't know. You gonna have to have something.
Yeah.
And the way that things going for me and the life I plan, we getting a prenup anyway. You come in here with what you got, I come in here with what I got. Don't be. You ain't finna be no. You ain't finna offset me and trying to make me pay your taxes and take my properties. This is not what's happening over
Nah, I'm
here.
gonna send the black vans for real. Is that hat? Oh, let me not say that. Let me not say that. Let me not say it. Keep talking. Keep talking.
I mean, God forbid I end up with a nigga like that, but
Are you
I'm
talking about
just
like a nigga
saying.
like Sebastian? Hold that thought. I gotta go grab another bottle of water.
You catch me so off guard. Oh my goodness.
Hello, hello, hello. What's
You
wrong, Alicia?
make me so sick.
We was talking about the black vans. I thought it was boss wants his wife back. I thought that. I don't think I've ever heard you laugh like this.
I was finna say it, and you took the words from me.
I felt it in my soul. I was like, she loved that line. Boss wants his life back or his wife back.
Ah,
Sorry, miss. Boss wants his wife back.
ooh, that shit there. I'm
Man,
sorry. That's too funny to me. I
man.
can't get over it. What a book.
Kidnap. Um, mm,
But yeah, I can't be with no nigga for 12 years and not be married. I don't know, nigga got three.
I just
Yeah, you got three.
celebrities don't feel like real people sometimes, like at all.
Yeah,
Because especially like with celebrities, those marriages and like the relationships and stuff don't be ever like working out, and like a lot of times I be wondering myself, did it not work out because y'all weren't like, things naturally don't work out, or do not work out because niggas just like feed into the idea of them being in the celebrity space, or like kind of just being out in the open. They don't want to like settle down. And for me, I'm looking at Big Sean because I'm like, that nigga still make music. Nobody checking for Big Sean. All right.
Big Sean used to be one of my favorite rappers. I don't know what happened.
Dark Sky Paradise, insane.
Oh my gosh, what a time! Oh, this gotta go. They gotta. Ooh,
Yep.
what a time!
I could probably go, if I played that album, I could
They'll take
probably
me
go
back so
like,
far.
yeah.
They'll take me to a place. Oh my gosh, I love that album. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know what it was. I just stopped listening. I just
Yeah.
stopped listening.
I think like it's nothing wrong with I mean, because we're already like there's so many different artists that are in this media space. It's really hard to try to keep it like your attention span open for everybody. And even some of your favorite artists, when they're not dropping, they're not going to be in your rotation 24/7. That being said, I'm the type of person that's like, if you're not really doing nothing different, and I've been listening to you for some years, you might get hit with the axe. Nothing personal. I don't do it like, oh, I'm no longer listening to you. But I'm not gonna go out of my way to listen to a nigga who sounds the exact same for like the last like 3, 4, 5 years. And for me, Big Sean music hit that level. Not saying he's saying the exact same things, but I just didn't
We can
feel
say the
like
same about Drake.
because he got hit with the axe. I was talking to this girl, she was like, "You don't listen to Drake?" No, for what? Talking about, she said, "When's the last time you listened to one of his projects?" I said, "Probably when he."
Certified Lover Boy.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
the last time for me.
I like 3 songs off that album. Into
Oh, I
Deep.
ran that. I ran that album.
I
I
like
ran that
Into
album
Deep.
to the ground.
I like uh what is it? Texas? No, TSU? Something? Yeah, something on it. I was like, that was like Texas
I
Southern.
like the song with Project Pat and 21.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it's Yeba's Heartbreak is on there. It's
That's not
like
a
it was
Drake
a
song.
song.
That's not a Drake song.
I said it was on there. I ain't say it was his.
I was just thinking out loud. I'm not talking about like,
Oh,
yeah, I was just thinking to myself, I'm like,
it's not. It's Yeba for sure. But you know she from my city, right?
from
Mm-hmm.
our city.
Mm,
She from West Memphis?
mm-hmm. She was in my high school.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's only one. I mean,
Jerry Jones went to my Jerry Jones was from my city. He was one of the people who was yelling at the first black people to
the
go to
owner
a
of the
non.
Cowboys.
Yeah, he was actually yelling at
Yikes!
those girls who went to the first non-segregated public high school. He was in the photos calling them slurs. Shout out Jerry.
You know what? That tracks. That tracks actually. But yeah, with Big Sean, I don't know. I don't know what was my dissension from him, but as far as him and Janae Aiko, first of all,
12 years? That's so wild. I thought it was like when I remember when I looked at the article or like the headline, I thought it was like 8. And in my head, I'm like, I understand like relationships. You got to get to that point where you're like, okay, I'll marry this person. Let's say that takes like 2, 3 years. Cool. If you're a celebrity,
that's all nigga
you
get from me.
and if money's not an option, you already know that like you want to be with that person and y'all serious and whatever. I don't know what you waiting on, buddy.
I can't even say money be an option because if a nigga want to marry a person, he gonna make a way.
No, for sure he'll make a way, but sometimes you can't just get any woman anything. Like you say you can,
True.
but sometimes like you literally can't. You can't just get like a nigga could say, okay, I'll take $300 and go get like a little engagement ring or something, right? And it's like, okay, yeah, you can get something nice from the Case Jewelers, but not every woman gonna accept that.
I feel like I don't know. I don't know. Depending on the type of nigga you is,
It do.
but you also know your woman though, so you know you can get a temporary. Ain't nothing wrong with a little temporary. You can give me a little temporary Walmart ring, long as you know by the time we get married, we crossing that out, walking down that aisle. I need something bigger. Better give me an upgrade.
Yeah,
And
because don't have that shit when the photographer's there. Yeah, don't do that.
come on now. But I'm a special kind of lady anyway. I want a rose gold ring or a gold ring or something.
When you said special, I already knew you was gonna say rose gold, and I didn't even know you was gonna say rose gold, but something in my bones said rose gold.
My this necklace I wear is rose gold. Rose gold. I wear rose gold jewelry all the time. It's either rose gold or gold. I don't even like silver like that. Don't
I don't like silver.
get silver, man. I'm gonna look at you. And see, that's why I know this is gonna be in a thing. I'm really back in because I was gonna go somewhere. But yeah, I can't be with a nigga for 12 years and just be sitting there looking at my face. I can't. But see, niggas know who they dealing with. You know who do that too.
Yeah, yeah.
Cause you can't
Because
play with me like that.
after a certain point, year 5, year 6, year 7 roll around, year 8 roll around, year 9. You hit the decade, and this nigga didn't
Oh,
propose.
I would throw up.
If he didn't
I would throw
propose at the
up.
decade, like that's like the last like resort. The nigga didn't
A
propose
decade?
at the decade. So what like at what point do you think he
No.
would?
My thing is because I hear this from all the time, and you a man, so you can verify if it is true or not. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Niggas know within the first year. I've heard less than that sometimes when they want to marry somebody or not. Niggas know. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Yeah,
You know
I
if you want
think
to be
like
with somebody long term.
yeah, I know for sure long term. I think for me it's like you can look for it, but like there's like a certain confirmation that you just like hit, and it feels like you just like somebody just answered the craziest question for you. Like you didn't have to think about it. When you know, it's just like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna marry this woman, and it's more so like either how do I make it happen, or like something might happen where you be like, oh, hold on, I don't know about that. But like for
Okay,
nine
so
times out of ten,
time.
once you get that
Mm-hmm.
that trigger in your head, you're like, oh yeah, I'm good to go. This is gonna be mine.
How long it take to get that?
How long does
When
it
you
take
know
to get
you,
that?
Yeah, well, time frame wise.
From when we first meet to like when I know I'm gonna marry that woman.
Yeah, what's it looking like? I bet it ain't looking like 10 years. I know that much.
I say max probably 2 years,
All
max.
right then.
And that's like
That's
if we taking it slow. Like we was talking for a couple months, then we started dating, and we was like, like slow burn. Maybe that's like a 2 year thing. If we hit it off and we moving and group, honestly, if we hit it off, I might love you. Never mind. Never mind.
I got too much dip on your chips.
What makes say? I love them all.
Man, listen, man. I don't know. I just think 12 years is crazy. But niggas know who to play with. I ain't one of them. I'm sorry. Don't come over here on that. You better know. If you figure it out before I do. Next up, did you see that AI singer who was charting on Billboard?
So I clicked the Threads link, right? Because I was making sure that I was at least informed on the topics today before. And it was
Mm-hmm.
funny because I saw that clip on Twitter with no context when Gayle King was like, "But you can't sing." I was like, "It's something about Gayle always talking shit about somebody that be killing me." But I didn't know what it was about. I was like, "Oh, this is just somebody like an influencer trying to do something stupid." Blah 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 blah. I didn't
Gail
know
King
we
was
talking
so
about
fucking funny for that. She was so
somebody.
fucking
Look,
funny
listen,
for that.
somebody got to be real to that girl, and we also got to keep
Mind
in
you, the girl
mind.
from Mississippi.
It don't surprise me. I mean, we got Swiss Beats making his little Asian what he Lin Ling something like that. Whatever that
Him
little
and Timberland.
yeah, I hate them niggas. And I'm gonna be honest. Gail
Swiss.
King said it in the nicest way she could have when she was like, "You can't sing." She's trying to show this girl that like there's nothing about this AI production that you did. Like, there's a reason why they say AI can't hold copyright. You wouldn't have been able to make that song without you being able to say make it sound like this person, give it this kind of vibe that of existing already like music that's already in the library. And then on top of that, there's no creativity in the process of creating this AI stuff. Like if you say me writing a couple phrases down on a script is as much creation as I have in this, where it's like, okay, make this person like look like this, wear this, give me this vibe, da da da, and you just do that a bunch of times, and then niggas say that that's the most like that's I'm supposed to value that kind of input the same
Yeah.
way I would look at somebody who's sculpting, somebody who's sitting up here actually doing the songwriting and recording the music and playing the instruments and then actually producing it. Or somebody who's sitting up here, all these actual different art mediums, and a nigga comes in on the keyboard and slaps 7 buttons together. Even when it comes to digital media, because we both be in Adobe, that's real
Mm-hmm.
work. Adobe
Mm-hmm.
ain't no bullshit. That ain't no playground. You go in there and you ain't never look at that thing, you gonna go right out.
It'll give you a headache just staring at it for the first, trying to figure this shit out.
And just because you can do it doesn't make it look good. So it's a whole other process of
Well,
making that work.
well, you said well.
What Gail say? But you can't sing. That's
Hey,
why I hate these like the people who like AI the next wave, AI the next wave. Y'all gotta stop taking AI so serious because it's not. When this bubble pops, for all the people who these AI enthusiasts, when Sam Altman got hit with that subpoena on stage and they indicted him in that class action lawsuit at his conference the day after he getting on talking about, oh yeah, the U.S. government should really help us because this is a really important industry, and if something were to happen and it collapsed, a lot of people would be affected. You think niggas with money and a guaranteed roadmap to making this shit work would say that? You remember NFTs? This is where the
mm-hmm.
Kofi tinfoil hat never left. I was on the ground in the advertising agency when NFTs, Web3, and AI all hit. They said, Corey, go test it. See what we can do. If it works and it's nice, we'll do it for our clients. If it doesn't, all right. I got out that week-long test session. I said, this is Pandora's box, and we need to shut this shit immediately. I already knew what it was, though. I already knew that give it to the wrong niggas, and they was gonna get hooked like it was coke. I could see it. As a real nigga, I knew what that was. I knew what that demon was when they put it down on the table in front of me, but I didn't want it. I said, I'm better than that. But I said, you give it to the wrong kind of nigga, the nigga who only care about a dollar bill. It's a lot of niggas like that out here. Tyler
The
Perry would
worst
have,
kind.
if it was me and Tyler Perry in that room, he would have jumped across the table, grabbed it, and then ran out.
We would have fought you for it.
I wouldn't even fought him.
You
He
think
just would.
Tyler Perry can fight?
No. You saw how fast that was? And you saw how sure I was? Imagine you about to fight Tyler Perry and y'all start going back and forth with each other. Somebody start barking, and then this nigga start yelling like Medea.
The thing about Tyler Perry, right, is that when he's played himself, like the man in the movies, and you can hear when he
Medea.
starts yelling, and you hear the Medea, it just take me out of it so quick.
And
Mabel,
it's so funny too because he be in dramas, he be in thriller, he be in like these action movies, these serious ass roles, and then you hear like the
I ain't
hello
never seen none of
come
them.
out. Just like that little peak, he start yelling, and you hear that little southern twang, and I'll be like, there go the wig and that
Oh,
church
I'll be
dress.
like, yeah, that lady up in you, you can't even church and state together. Y'all can't even be separated.
I remember when somebody asked him, does he do it during sex? And he was like, I think he said he's done it before. And I was like, yeah, nah. So anytime I hear Tyler Perry talk, I'm like, this has got to be like one of the biggest, corniest niggas like in the history of corny. On top of, we ain't forget about them allegations. I ain't forget about them allegedly, them text messages you sent.
Oh, they still he's still getting sued. They ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I ain't forget. We're not letting you off the hook. When that shit comes out,
He got the perfect demographic for that though.
I mean, he do to still be successful. But again, this is like the Boondock Simpsons moment where we called this shit years in advance. Niggas was over there, nah, because you know they got that episode pulled from BET.
He did that.
Yeah, because it hit home.
It's circulating. I saw it on YouTube a couple days ago.
I saw it on Twitter, the full episode. Niggas uploaded a
Mm-hmm.
20-minute video. I just, hey,
Mm-hmm. Hey, um, well, yeah, I don't really have any thoughts on that AI singer. I think it's interesting. I don't know if you really want to be a singer. I don't know if you want to be in the industry that bad, mama. Go write a song. You be a songwriter. You get more money that way anyway. If you really want to do it,
you know,
I'm just saying. Moving on, Outkast and Salt and Pepper were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this weekend. Did you see any performances?
mm-mm.
I saw Outkast's speech, and I saw some performances, a bit of their performances. Tyler the Creator, he performed "Bombs Over Baghdad," which was turned. Janelle Monae performed. Doja Cat performed. She performed Miss Jackson. It was very lackluster. She's bald again. Well, her hair is shaved again, so that's interesting. Know how she get when she get that hair get low. I'll be like, hey,
She back in her
you showing
skinhead era.
you showing them feet
She's
again.
showing them feet in racial chat rooms.
ah, but yeah, and then who else performed? Big Boy performed with JID. They performed an
That's
ATLian
tough.
song.
That's tough.
Yeah, their speech was fire. I really liked their speech. Andre got emotional a little bit in his speech because he was in his portion of the speech because he was like, um, them little rooms, like we started in the little rooms, and he kind of got emotional, and I just thought that was so inspiring. I'm gonna write about that on my Substack. Um, I think they kind of inspired me a little bit. I'm gonna talk about that some more on my Substack.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, I didn't see Salt and Pepper, but also shout out, damn, what's that DJ name? Spinrilla. What's her name?
Yeah, Spinrilla.
Yeah, she was inducted too. So
That's
shout out to
tough.
that. I think she's the first DJ to be inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Damn.
So I
I
think
was
that's
gonna say
fire.
like
I might be wrong, but I think so.
I like
Don't
seeing
quote me.
our
Legends.
our legends get inducted, and it's like of course, it happens like late in their careers and stuff, and a lot of times you don't get to see a lot of artists who are so successful, or just like their music lasts so long that they get appreciated for the contributions that they make.
While
Um,
they're still alive.
Definitely while they're still alive. Um, but also just like it speaks one to the caliber of artists that make it to the Hall of Fame, and then to like to see them be not only recognized but like appreciated by the community, all the different performances and all the different like covers, and like
Their influence is so heavy.
everybody
Like,
listen to
so heavy.
Outkast, bro. Like everybody listen to Outkast, man.
I was literally just talking about how he said the South got something to say. Like
Like
literally a couple days ago, before I even found out that he was getting inducted. So I think, like, shout out to that man. Shout out to that. I think that's amazing. I went on a little rabbit hole for real and started listening to revisiting their music and things like that. I
it's
think we need
different.
to have a conversation about the state of music, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Because
we're gonna have a talk, because I had one of these with one of my friends who was a music major in college, and we were talking about like production quality and stuff like that. But we'll have a
them
talk one day,
albums were
because
so experimental.
yeah,
We gonna have to talk, but just for the
yeah,
moment, like, I speak on Outkast. The Outkast albums are so experimental, and I think, honestly, this- don't I don't know. It's a safe space. Don't judge me too much, Andre. If I combine, I think, you know what I'm saying. I might be wrong. I don't know these people, but Big Boy and Andre 2000. If you put them together, you might have my perfect nigga. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Might have a perfect nigga. You know, it's a little
chat,
quirky, but a hood nigga. You know what I'm saying? I like my hood niggas reformed. I do not live that lifestyle no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool on that. But also, I want to say, Big Boy walked on that stage with that motherfucking gray mink coat. When I get some money,
player.
there will be signs.
I'm telling
I'm
you,
getting me one.
the fur
I'm getting
coats,
me
the
one.
mink coats, like
It's
niggas.
gonna be signs. I'm getting me
Alicia,
one of
Alicia,
them.
you gonna have us swagged out. You
Oh, for sure.
gonna have us swagged out.
For sure. I ain't making no mink though. I'm sorry. I ain't
No,
doing
for
that.
sure.
The Peter people gonna be mad at me because I'm gonna be drip down, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm
They're gonna
sorry.
be like, "Damn,
I'm,
Corey, where'd you get that?" Ask her.
mm,
Look, I'm
you
gonna.
know what I'm
I
saying?
don't even know. I'm gonna be so cocky. I'm gonna be like, I don't. Oh, this. Oh, you talking about the? Hey, hold on, Alicia, you got this when we was in Milan, or when we was in? I'll be like, when we was in Paris, or oh, okay, yeah. I'll be like,
Fire.
everything is just starting to blend together.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Remember, it's all fuzzy to me. But
Yeah,
yeah,
somewhere overseas.
shout out to Outkast, man. Their music is so, it's just niggas don't be making music like that no more. Niggas aren't trying to experiment. They're not having fun with music. Everybody's starting this. I mean, I hate to be one of those people that a lot of the music sound the same. A lot of it does. Like, niggas aren't trying as hard. But we're gonna revisit that. I
Yeah.
want to move into our last thing, which is the Grammy nominations came out.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen anything? Do you have any thoughts?
I'm looking at them.
The Clips and Kendrick Lamar are going neck and neck for the most.
Yeah, and that's like it's tough. I so okay. Let me say this.
Did you listen to the Clips album? I haven't listened to it yet, but I
Yes,
praise.
yes. It. Yeah, you're gonna if you like. Yeah, you'll love it. It's just
Okay.
it's good hip hop. It's not old school. It's not like whatever, nothing
I
crazy.
was never
But
like, I don't know. I ain't never been like, let me put on some Pusha T. You know what I'm saying? I was just
me
like, I don't.
neither. I used to think, and I will say this. I will say this on camera. I used to think Pusha T was ass. And keep it a beam. When I was growing up, it was
Uh,
before I could get into like music. But I used to think like I was like, all right, Pusha, like whatever. That shit that he's saying on that album, I'm the whole time I'm just stank face,
mm.
stank face. Everything he's saying, either
Yeah,
it's just, and also because when you get older, you learn more about life. You also become more educated, so you can understand more references and just also just relate to more experiences. That man is preaching, but put as much as Pusha T is rapping on that album, when clips come in, not clips, when
what's his name?
um
Mal? What's his name? I don't know.
Oh Jesus, I'm forgetting.
Just bro.
I can't do that. I can't. Malice. When
I
Malice,
said man.
I'm sorry.
Malice.
Yeah, when
Same
Malice
difference.
coming, that shit, that nigga can rap. I never listened to Malice growing up like that because I missed that wave. But that Clips album, I think you
My
should check that out today, like tonight.
I was supposed to listen to it this morning, while I was in the gym, but I forgot. I got sidetracked and
If they
started listening
won
to it.
that,
But
these niggas performed at the Vatican too. Like that would be a crazy
they
year for
they went on a
them.
good tour. My one of my closest friends went to go see them on tour.
My
So
parents went to go see that GNX
your
concert.
parents go everywhere.
I
Your
told them to
parents
start
go
a TikTok.
everywhere.
I literally told them to start a TikTok because they travel too much to not and do
Fuck the
too much.
TikTok nigga, take me.
Hey, no, I'm the production. In fact, actually, if you want to be on the production team, yeah, come on.
What you mean?
I'm gonna talk to my mom and be like, yeah, and be like, no, when they get some motion, I'm gonna be like, yeah, me and Alicia, that's your production team.
And me and your mama could be talking about books.
Exactly. Book besties.
Yay. Oh shit, I exited out the dock like I ain't look. I forgot. Okay, so song is it song of the year? Record of the year. I think that's the one. It's Cardi B, Kendrick, Clips. Let me pull up the Grammys.
I gotta get
I'm
out.
sorry,
Is it
Cardi not getting that. I'm glad she got that nomination though, but she not getting that award.
where are we at in the general?
I
Or are we
think
in
it's
the?
um I think I was talking about record of the year. I think that's the one that Cardi is in. I saw, but
Okay.
I should have put categories in here. I think it's so interesting though. Summer Walker is nominated too. Also, so, let me find the nominations. First of all, fuck the Grammys for changing that country category. Fuck y'all, cause y'all be fucking for real. Be for real. As soon as Beyonce get it, y'all want to change it. And y'all did the same thing when she won when she won for the Renaissance album too. Y'all changed it. Dance category. Come on, bro.
I mean, we are. Yeah, we know why. Take me to God's
Yeah.
country.
Mhm. Okay, so record of the year we have DTMF by Bad Bunny, Man Child by Sabrina Carpenter, Anxiety by Doechii, Wildflower by Billie Eilish, Abracadabra by Lady Gaga, Luther by Kendrick Lamar and SZA, The Subway by Chaperone, and AP Apartment (APT) by Rose and Bruno Mars. Who do you think gonna get that?
I So let me say this. Shout out Doechii because I saw that she was actually up here for a couple different awards. That Anxiety song, as
Hmm.
much as niggas tried to like rag on it on social media, I really liked it. And like, also, quick aside, shout out my cousin because she was a dancer in the music video for Anxiety.
Turn.
So yeah, my cousin, yeah, she, yeah, she kind of.
Shout out, cuz.
But yeah, so I think that being said, I don't know if the public perception for Anxiety was big enough for it to win Song of the Year. I know, like he said, Kendrick Lamar is up for a lot of shit, and I ain't gonna lie, like them white people
I
love them
think
some. They love them some Kendrick.
I think it's gonna be between Abracadabra and Luther.
Which one's
Cause
Abracadabra?
that's Lady Gaga.
I didn't listen to that one.
Lady Gaga premiered that song. She premiered the video at the Super Bowl during the Super Bowl. It was during the commercial. That's one of the reasons why I say that because I believe she went on tour like right after
Yeah,
that. She
yeah.
put that song on there.
It's just tough because GNX it's been out for so long. It just feels like at this point, is it relevant enough to get not relevant enough, but like, is it recent enough for the hype around it to be like, nah, this is song of the year versus
But you got to think about the Grammys. They start from, I believe, because GNS came out in November of last year, I believe, and so it starts at the end. It starts around this time up until around this time to go be submitted for the following year.
Yeah,
So I think if we looking up that,
yeah,
and then he went on, they went on tour. They announced their tour at the Super Bowl or before the Super Bowl.
yeah. I
They
think he was
had
on
their
tour in
Super
like
Bowl,
March.
yeah, and was like right after the Super Bowl. So I believe because of the momentum, the run that they had, I do believe it's a top contender for that reason alone. And actually, Luther just felt Luther was the song that fell off the Billboard charts before it was like no rap song, no hip hop song on there. It was the last song. It was like number 40 and it fell off to 41 when they changed the rules. I'm not gonna get into that because I see what y'all did, Billboard. But you know what I'm saying? It was still playing
Yeah.
up until a couple weeks ago. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So
if that's the case, I think Kendrick gonna win. I think Kendrick gonna sweep again. You remember that? I forgot what year it was, but he walked out with like four. I think it was six. It
this
was at
was this
least
year. That was this past year. And they were all for Not Like Us.
that was one song. This is the album. Yeah, it's about to be a bad year for Drake. Another one, because once we got the Grammy, they're gonna play
You
that
know he
again.
tried to appeal that lawsuit, right? Loser.
Dumbass.
What
Bro,
a
I hate.
loser.
Speaking of speaking of rap albums and not losers. Well, maybe speaking of loser adjacent. Did you know that Glorilla is up for best rap album?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that Glorious was doing that crazy. She got some hits on there for sure. But
Okay. Um
and then I didn't listen to JID's album, so I can't say anything about it. But
I listened to it when I was driving, but I didn't finish it, excuse me. Album of the year is, I'm not even gonna try to say that, but Bad Bunny on here. Swag, Justin Bieber, Man's Best Friend by Sabrina Carpenter, Let God Sort 'Em Out, Clips, Mayhem, Lady Gaga, GNX, Kendrick Lamar, Mutt, Leon Thomas, and Chromacopia. Did you listen to Chromacopia?
I did. There are this is the dangerous category in my opinion. Like the other ones, it's like some close conversations. I know in my personal opinion,
I
between
don't think I don't think Sabrina Carpenter has a chance. I don't think
Justin
Justin Bieber
Bieber
has a
has a
chance.
chance either. I think it's
I
between
think
Bad Bunny
Bad
and
Bunny might have a chance for sure. GNX definitely does. I can't say Leon Thomas has a strong chance in this.
I can't say he doesn't. I don't think he
I
wins
think
the Grammy, but I think like this is a
if
really
it was
solid year
Mutt
for
the
Leon Thomas.
song, if it was Mutt the song, yes. But the album, I can't say that.
That album, I ain't gonna lie. Have you listened
I'm
to the
not
full
saying
album?
it's a bad. I'm not saying it's bad, no, but I don't think
It's
I
not
don't.
competing with the other ones up there, but I also can't say like, yeah, I see what you're saying. I think he has a better chance than Sabrina or Justin, but I don't think he has the same kind of
Oh, for
chance as
sure.
like I
Mm-mm.
think honestly top three I'm looking at is Bad Bunny, Kendrick Lamar, and Tyler for album of the year.
You don't think Clips has a chance?
I want them to. I want Clips to win album of the year personally. I think that like that album was just so crazy to me. Um, the production on it, I really liked like I love the press tour that they did for it. I love like a lot of the
Mm-hmm.
different
Great press tour.
like
Great press run.
man, just like getting people interested into the album and then like getting in the spaces that appreciate hip hop and but also like being creative every step of the way from the concerts. It's like they did a tiny desk all the way to the Vatican. These niggas were performing at a fashion show. Like,
Yeah.
it's very different and they did the old school stuff too where you go to like the radios, you go to like the local places, niggas was playing like in the small like venues and stuff playing for like an audience of 50 people, 100 people at a lounge. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, damn, all the way to, yeah. So Let God Sort 'Em Out is really nice. I mean,
Um,
GNX is GNX. Like,
I don't know, man. I just stopped playing GNX about a couple months ago, and I was gonna
yeah,
run it back the other day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. GNX is tough, like tough, but also Chromacopia. And the reason I say this the most is regardless of how we feel about Tyler the Creator as an individual, he
I don't feel no way.
I don't
I
like
like.
that
I
nigga
mean, I like. Oh.
as an individual. I'm sorry, I don't like that nigga, but as an artist, and I'm looking at like from the perspective of the Grammys, he's in
Hmm.
his Flower Boy era. So like his musicality is shifted genres. Like he's in that kind of
Hmm.
like R&B, alternative hip hop kind of wave. The production that he's been putting in these albums since, top tier. Nigga has like
Yeah.
some like I don't even know what to say. On top of that, this last album with Chromacopia, he had I want to say like he had like four songs which I could argue that you need to put at the top of his discography. So I can't say it's his best project, but in my personal opinion, from like his Flower Boy era, this is probably his best project in that kind of sense. And the attention to
Yeah.
detail that he puts into like from the visuals to the production to like
That's what gets me, like the energy and like with the marketing, the concepts and everything that he
hmm
puts inside, but into his projects and like their rollout and everything. I think it's commendable. I haven't listened to a full Tyler the Creator project in a minute. I do go back and listen to it like when I be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna look through some new music and I go look at listen, but like I'm not uh Tyler the creator is not one of them people that when he drops music I'm running to listen to it. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
it's just not that for me. But
yeah,
I'm gonna download it. But like, am I finna like break my thumbs to go see what it's talking about? No.
yeah.
I'm gonna get to it when I get to it. So it's kind of that type of thing. Uh, let's run it through song of the year and record of the year real quick.
Song of the
Song of the
year.
year,
Well,
Abracadabra, Lady Gaga. This is my nephew. He just refusing. Hold on.
no, you good? That was tough. Falling in love. Hard to let go.
Make yourself comfortable, I guess.
There's the tissues, baby. And you look at me like you ain't the issue, baby.
I'm screaming.
And though I try to
Okay.
leave, I can't stop missing you, baby. I keep
Do you
going,
want to go
I
through song
keep
of the year or
calling,
second record of the year?
going in circles,
No, actually,
circles, round and round. And why you doing me so wrong? I just keep holding you down. I feel so stupid, foolish,
screaming.
loving you all the. No, I'll
Uh,
play. Song of the year. I think we already kind of like touched on that.
let's go through best rap song real quick.
Yeah, let me scroll
That's
down
the
real
last
quick.
one we'll go through. So best
I didn't know
rap
that they had
song
this many
categories.
categories because the
I
Grammys
ain't
do
know.
not like they don't air all these at all.
Mm-mm. Best rap song Anxiety by Doechii. The Birds Don't Sing. That's Clips. Sticky. That's Tyler the Creator. TGIF, that's Glorilla. TV Off, Kendrick Lamar.
No way, no way. TGIF is that
I ain't got no nigga, and no nigga ain't got me.
that's that.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think that one's going. Um,
No, I don't think Anxiety should be in here.
I don't think Anxiety is not a rap song.
It's
In my
literally a
opinion,
cover
it's
of a
like
pop song.
they just
A
doing that
remake.
because it's Doechii. They're doing it because it's Doechii and she's black.
They said nigga.
Yeah, they
Put it
said,
on the
"Here
road.
you
Pay
go,
for it.
here you go, nigga. Here you go, nigga. Here's your little war category, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Here, boy.
I
Here you
think
go." It's
it's
crazy.
between the Birds Don't Sing, Sticky, and TV Off.
So it's gonna be
Sticky
TV
had a
off.
run.
Sticky definitely had a run, but it's not TV off.
I'm sorry, TV Off go so crazy.
Till this day,
To let it come on my playlist when I'm in the gym.
I
Sorry.
was watching I was watching the Bears game yesterday, and they had it on the commercial.
So
So
crazy. Yeah, well,
Kendrick
that's it
finna
for
Kendrick coming home with at least five. That's my prediction for the Grammys.
what you think he getting.
Album of the year, song of the year.
Okay.
Hold on, because we were looking at another category he was up for.
Best rap album,
Yeah. Was he on performance of
best
the
rap
year?
song,
Best rap performance?
melodic rap
Ooh,
performance.
wait.
He's in both. He's in
Okay,
melodic rap and best rap. Luther
it
is.
is.
I ain't trying to figure you out. Luther
No, you
is
good.
best melodic rap, and then best rap performance is TV off.
Here's my thing about best rap performance. I was gonna say he was gonna take this easy, but the only thing is you got
Chains and
Kendrick
Whips.
Lamar TV off at the Super Bowl versus Chains and Whips at the Vatican. Which one hits more? That's kind of hard. That's a hard conversation to have, and I don't want to be the nigga that makes the decision. Me personally, I don't want to be the nigga responsible for who got who award because
I
that's
ain't seen the Chains and
crazy.
Whip performance, so I don't know. I
You
have to
had
go back
niggas
and
in the
watch
Vatican where the Pope be at. That whole
before or after he
plaza.
died. Before or
No,
after?
it was after. It was this year. So it was after. But that whole plaza that
You know
everybody
the
be
new
lined
Pope.
up.
Well,
Yeah,
I
the
ain't
new
gonna say
Pope a
it. Go
Bears
ahead.
fan. That man's a Chicago fan. Chicago
um,
sports. I'm like, yes, sir.
screaming. But
You gotta join
yeah,
the
I
wave
don't know.
soon.
I think the Grammys is gonna be interesting again. But I'm gonna be tuning in though. Okay, let's get into the topic. We've been rambling for a long ass time. We had a lot to get into, y'all. It was a stacked week. Um, let's get into our topic segment. What you like to call you didn't ask for this, but you didn't, and you here. So, anyways,
All right, you
this
still listening
week,
though. Funny how that
you
worked.
know, this week I wanted to talk about code switching and respectability politics. I saw a comment, not a comment. I saw a post on Threads. What's the thread post called? What's it called? Because on Twitter it's called a tweet. What's it called on Threads?
A thread, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have threads, so I just assumed it was a
I
thread.
just asked you. I
You be sending the
don't know.
links.
Hold on. Let me hold on real quick. Hey, Munchkin, you okay? Okay. I'm gonna call you back. Call. You got Liddy's number? He in the living room. He in the den. Call him real quick. I'm gonna call you back when I'm done recording. All right. Um. Yeah. Okay. Well, I wanted to talk about code switching and respectability politics. It was sparked by some commentary I saw on Jasmine Crockett and Ryan Coogler. I do not have the thread in front of me, but somebody basically, I think it was a woman, was basically saying how she admires how Jasmine Crockett and Ryan Coogler are these people in these spaces, and they choose to not code switch. They are authentically themselves, and how they talk about either politics when it comes to Jasmine Crockett or just media and being in the rooms that Ryan Coogler is in. I think it's dope. I think that we are so often like taught as black people to code switch and to like mask ourselves and present ourselves to be other or more appealing to white people, which we don't always outwardly say, but that's what we're appealing to
Hmm.
when we're trying to water ourselves and our personalities
Yeah.
down.
Watch what you say.
When it,
Not for us, because we know what it means, you know?
you know,
But
like in order to get into these rooms and to advance and be seen as, polite and this and that. And you know what I'm saying? It's like
yeah.
I think I just want to have a conversation about that because I feel like with the way that the world is going, we are shifting more and more into that kind of wave where it's like like be more respectable.
Yeah,
And
I definitely agree with you. I think like for me, um, and I know the conversation for a lot of people, they try to say like it might
mhm.
be cringe, or like for certain cases like with Jasmine Crockett, and they say, oh, it might be cringy how she says this, or like I don't like the way that she tries to, or like it might be, I don't know. Regardless of the fact, and I like that you brought those two examples, but I saw a similar tweet for a wrestler. Her name is Trinity Fatu, and she
Who?
became Trinity Fatu. She is married. Oh, this is a lot of WWE like stuff, but basically,
Oh, is
um,
she one of the sisters?
yes, she one of the. She's actually one of the most popular like black women in the company. Um,
Naomi.
yep, Naomi. When Naomi got her
She's
title
fire.
run, she decided like every time she was on screen and she was doing her promos and stuff, she was being unapologetically black. And like some people were trying to say like, oh, you know, because WWE doesn't have niggas do become champions a lot. They just really don't. But
The
like,
fact that they have these new black women,
and they're like the best. No, we can get into that. And the
yes, because
Jade.
the history of
Oh,
WWE.
yeah, all three of them. I be sitting in front of my TV like this.
One of them is, I
Bianca
believe,
Belair.
Snoop Dogg.
No, never mind.
This is like one of them is related to. I believe one of them related to Snoop Dogg. I might have that wrong.
I think I know who you're talking
It's
about.
one of the. It's one of the girls.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't remember which one, but I thought that was
Um,
interesting.
No, I think I know what you're talking about. Oh, but basically with Naomi, like when she got her run, she was kind of like the same thing. She's doing a lot of like you just gotta look up like her promos and stuff, but she's not trying to sit up here and start like talking any different. She's not trying to sit up here and like appease anybody or like, oh, this is how a champion should be. And like I saw a TikTok where a black girl was talking about how like just positive seeing that is, and just showing that one, when you get in these spaces with white people, it's a lot of white people, right? So like when you get in corporate like America, you gonna see like it's so funny too because you be thinking as a nigga,
They just there.
literally,
They just
they
there.
just there. You gonna think as a nigga like, yeah, I still got like a sore thumb, but it's very interesting to see how white people differentiate themselves as well. So you'll go in there and see like kind of like the white people that they view as like bottom of the barrel or like and like you start to kind of like
Oh, it's always been like that. Like even when it comes to the way that we think about like even when it comes down to this snap and
mm-hmm,
EBT conversation
mm-hmm,
and all of this, like
government assistance and
they
all
think
that.
like it's white people. This it's plenty of white people on Snap on Snap.
Hmm.
Just relying on food snaps, but y'all just worry about the niggas.
Exactly. But it's so funny because like if it's white people talking about white people, they like put each other down and they differentiate themselves. So like the same way people will say like you have to act like a certain space in corporate, white people don't do that. Like very few people act as in like that actual corporate
They
hegemony
don't
where you
have to though.
they they don't, but they do. Like
I
so
feel
for
like
us to be
them
so
it's
for us to be successful
yeah.
in a corporate space, sometimes like people will have to make like you'll make that argument like in certain companies that shit just doesn't fly. I was in the advertising industry, so it's a lot more expressive and open. So I was able to like dress like myself and kind of be more like me. But if I was in a
Hmm.
client meeting, I'm talking like this rather than if I'm talking to you like
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We can make
right,
the facial expressions do this and that.
we can
Yeah.
do all this. Um, but when you get in those spaces for like white people, it's like you can only make it so far before you have to start basically like getting your shit together. It's not about for them looking at us as like, are you one of the good ones? Kind of from that perspective, but it's more so like you can only
Mm,
there are
I don't know, man. Mediocre white people been sliding through the cracks since there was
no
cracks.
for sure. Most of the managers that I've met in corporate settings that are white are mediocre. However, The bottom of the barrel niggas, the niggas who like they don't fuck with, are so bad at what they do and so bad at these spaces, it makes you wonder how they got in the building. Like when I was working at a logistics company, the only way that company floated around is because that it was privately owned. So their own HR was all internal. The shit that niggas used to say in that office and like crazy. But the people that would work on the bottom floor, just clock in, clock out, I'm like, you don't read. Like you can't read. You are illiterate at 37. That's
You
not
36.
and it's not even saying like, oh, da da da, he need to learn how to read. No, like the nigga just like regressed into like this state to where you're just looking at a grown man who's acting like a high schooler and can't do like simple tasks or like says the dumbest things and just like it just behaves outlandish and you just stare at him and you're like, okay, but
Hmm.
for them, you can still have a job. For us,
Oh, they
no,
would have gave us the boot.
we wouldn't even made it in the
It
building.
would. It would. No, they would. No, we wouldn't have made it in the building. But that's the thing about you gotta like you, we always taught.
You got
I
to do
mean,
twice as
it's
more much.
yeah, you gotta be twice as good to get half as far.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I don't know. I guess it's my struggle because as a person who is like actively looking for a job, and I feel like you gotta at some point it does feel like you gotta do all these tricks. I don't know, like it's just it gets a little too dance monkey for me,
Yeah,
and not just be like, actually, I'm cool.
literally.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to get into like I don't want to have to deal with all the politics. I don't want
Mm-hmm.
to have to deal with. I feel like I gotta perform and do all these things just to be in a position where y'all probably gonna overwork me
Mm-hmm.
and underpay me.
And undervalue you.
You know, like come on, man. I
I
just
think like that's also why it's
yeah,
so refreshing to see people like Jasmine Crockett or Ryan Coogler be successful in their fields and stuff like that because it's a breath of fresh air from breaking the monotony of the corporate structure. Like
mm-hmm.
even when I think about, when I was in my advertising job, just the ability for me to put on my nice shoes, the shit that I think is cool, not even like just dress shoes, but just um like my
Your lemon pepper steppers.
I was just looking at them. I got my dunks. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Like I can wear these in the office with like a nice pair of jeans and a sweater and a necklace. I got my rings. I got my earrings and a beanie. I can be fitted in the office, and niggas would be like, "Oh, Corey, that's a nice fit." Senior directors, the CEO of the company. I'm talking to him, and like we just having a regular conversation. The same way, like some people, I had a boss who only showed up to work in like Walmart graphic tees and athletic shorts and sandals. Grown man, 40. He had like two sons, or I think he had like one son. Like that's how he dressed. But like everybody got the work done, so you were able to kind of just be able to express yourself. But for me, it kind of
Yeah,
instilled that confidence early on because that was my first corporate experience to where I was like, even if I have to quote unquote dress up or be like super kind of presentable, I can find my own
like
ways to.
button up and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think not, it's not oftentimes that we are presented with those opportunities where we can come to work and be ourselves and like
Mm-hmm.
dress like that. Like I worked in retail, and so it gave me a little bit more leeway. But you still got to play a game.
Mm-hmm.
You still got to play a game at the end of the day, and that's like I the entrepreneur spirit on me is real strong. But
Mm.
I need me some health insurance,
Yeah.
nigga. So
Yeah.
I be trying to play with y'all. I be trying to follow. I be trying to like, what I'm saying, do what I can to get a position that I can like have my health insurance. But it's like I don't want to play these games with y'all sometimes. Like, cause like why even it don't feel worth it because if I gotta play the game to quote unquote climb the corporate ladder when I don't even want to be there,
Mm-hmm. I'm
what am
not
I
gonna
playing the
last
game
long.
for?
I promise you, I'm not gonna last long.
You know, and not even just the corporate ladder. I mean, outside of like the workplace, even just in social spaces, like what I'm saying, we do have to code switch. Like
Mm-hmm.
Jasmine Crockett and Ryan Coogler, and the respect that I was like talking about those, those are their workspaces, but for Ryan Coogler specifically, it's his workspace, but it's also like he's the boss. You know what I'm saying? Like he the boss in there, and he still has been able to present himself in a way. He had literally one of the top selling movies of all time with Sinners, and like had a groundbreaking deal with that movie. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And he got to walk around and be the his truest form. I admired it so much because I don't
That's an
know. It's like,
entrepreneur and an artist's dream. Like I did what
you
I
know what I'm
wanted to
saying?
do. It blew up, and I got a crazy deal off of it. And all I had to do was just be myself. I ain't gotta I ain't gotta change anything about what I'm doing, how I'm talking, who
Listen,
I'm talking to. You just paid me to
there
be
will
me. I was doing this already. Like you just paid me to be
there
me.
will be signs. There will be signs as soon as I get on up there. As soon as
Nah, the
I ain't gonna
first
show
sign
my
is
ass.
I'm showing my ass. I'm showing my ass. I'm showing my asshole, Alicia. I'm sitting up here. I wanted to see what she was gonna say to that, but I'm sitting up
You
here.
stress me out so bad.
I don't post on social media already, right? I'm finna start
Hmm.
airing it out. They're gonna be like, "Damn, this nigga posts 2, 3 times a day." Cause my life is so fantastic. I gotta
You
show
know
y'all.
when I was so deep into my bag, right? When I was posting, I mean, I'm posting. I'm hitting I'm hitting every platform, every page. I got my my network page posting every day. My page posting on my story. Cause I don't post on my page like that. Every blue minute, I'm posting a feed post. I'm posting on YouTube. It was just boom, boom. I'm talking about tossing out content like Dollar Bill of the Script Club. I
Mm,
said, oh, and then then eventually I was just like, you know what,
burnt
actually,
out. I'm tired,
I need
Grandpa.
ah, that's too damn bad. That's what them analytics said.
Yep.
But
Oh, I hate looking at those.
I mean, I know my analytics gonna be shit when I get back on socials, so I'm not looking forward to that. But yeah, man, I don't know. I don't want to deal with the respectability politics. I don't really like playing the game, and I think that's the conversation I've been having with myself as I'm on like this journey of figuring out where I want to go, like what lanes stuff I want to be in like professional settings as an employee, because I do for what I got going on right now. I'm gonna still work on myself because always, but I do need a little security
Hmm.
and yeah, trying to juggle all that. I need a little break because I ain't. You can't. I'm not good being in survival mode trying to make something happen. I need a little solid income. At
Yeah.
least I get something steady where I can
Yeah.
be like, okay, cool.
That's
But
understandable because like nobody want to be out here always trying to figure out how they gonna get to the next month or like how they gonna get this happening. You know,
yeah,
like
I did it before. I was struggling.
yeah, it's horrible. It's really
It
horrible.
ain't fun.
It is.
It
It's the
ain't fun
ghetto.
at all.
Hmm.
Yeah, it is not fun. And I don't know. I take everything as a learning experience, so it's
Hmm.
cool. But at the end of the day, I
Ain't
still
trying to
don't
go
want to
back
play
to
these
that.
people game.
Yep.
Nah, I still ain't trying to play these people game now. So it's like, give and take. I'll play it for a little bit. I'm
Mm.
still be myself. Even when it comes to like podcasts, like our podcast, how we talked about before when we was kind of trying to figure out, what I'm saying, when I was like, should I say this or is this gonna be too crazy, this and that? And I was like, just be yourself. I kind of approach life like that now because like I ain't even finna play with y'all. Like I'm not even
Yeah.
finna act like I'm somebody that I'm not. For what?
Literally.
When I could do so much better being authentic and being myself.
No, I feel
Like the
that.
people who hearing this and they know me in passing, they probably ain't gonna, they probably gonna be like, "What the fuck?" But for the people that I talk to every day, like me talking, this a regular day for us, a regular conversation.
Yeah.
It's actually a pretty,
Pretty
a pretty,
tame. It's pretty
you
tame.
know,
This is like
a
on a
pretty
scale of 1 to 10.
common.
This is like a 3. Like
You know
this
what
is
I'm saying?
yeah.
Now I will say, You had that hat on a minute ago, and I was
It
like,
never
ooh.
left. I still got it on.
You do,
If they
but
send them black
history
vans
kind.
after me, y'all just know I was too real.
Nigga think he Malcolm
You know what my middle name is.
X.
We got two things in common, me and Malcolm.
That ain't that man middle name.
I didn't say it was. He got an X in his name. I got an X in my name.
Corey, stop talking to me.
Corey X.
Um,
Corey X.
you piss me off so bad.
Do I piss you off or does Corey X piss you off? If he can be shooter, I can't be. Never mind.
For context, I want y'all to know that we are talking about a book when Corey be bringing up Shooter and Sebastian before I get any kind of questions coming my way.
Yeah, out of context, I guess that would be hard to follow along. But
Yes.
yeah, what's the name of the book? Oh no, don't say it. We're not sponsored. We're not sponsored. Don't. Yeah, no free promo.
That's a black author, man. She can get free promo. If you are a urban romance girly, go check out Claimed by a Blue Eyed Menace by the Tasha Marie. It's available on Kindle Unlimited if you have a Kindle subscription. 5-star book, in my opinion. Um, it has some controversial content, according to Corey. I had a good time. You know what I'm saying? It's an arranged marriage, maybe a little kidnapping, just a little bit, a little sprinkle. You know what I'm saying? It was a good time. It was a good time. I had a great time.
Is this camera on me? No.
You know what? That's it, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in to Who Asked Us. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Who Asked Us Pod, on YouTube at Who Asked Us Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, to wherever you get your podcast. And you have anything to shout out? Anything you're working on that's coming up
um,
that you want to spotlight before we get up out of here?
no, I don't. But with that being said, um, pick up a book if you haven't already this week. Please,
Yes.
please.
Um, I don't have much to say except I have been posting on my Substack. Everybody clap. I've been writing more, and so I would appreciate it if the people who are interested will go check out my Substack. It'll be linked in the description box and the show notes. So go check that out.
We're gonna have it
And
somewhere
yeah,
in this area. I'll do that
call
so
me
when I
Corey.
edit, I can just like I'll point and it'll like unroll and it'll be like or maybe I'll
You
have
know
it
what?
like out of thin air.
Every once in a while, you remind me that you a man. You acting like a little brother.
All right, y'all. Alicia hate me. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this podcast. That's what she meant to say. That's what she really meant to say. She said, I hate you, Corey, and all the fun and good vibes that you bring. And you suck.
That's so dramatic. I never say nothing like that.
I am
We've been
not
on here for
dramatic.
2 hours, nigga.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy. Anyways, I'm Alicia,
I'm Corey.
and until next time, see y'all. Bye.